Hello, today is Tuesday, October 21st, and your day's highlights include mostly sunny skies, a few low clouds that'll be in and out throughout different parts of the day, and then some cooler temperatures coming in. Our first real frost chances of the year. So let's go ahead and break this all down by looking at the radar this morning. As you can see, we have that low pressure system that moved out of the Dakotas yesterday, moved east. It's now over northeastern Minnesota. And with this real long comma feature, and so the reason why there was that 10% chance of showers overnight was because we didn't know just how much moisture was going to be associated with this. It didn't look like very much, but there was also a slim chance, so you don't ever want to put a 0% chance of precipitation if you have some sort of lifting mechanism coming through the atmosphere. But to explain why we never saw that moisture reach us from the Gulf, we can just simply turn on the GOES satellite imagery. So this would be moist air and dry air. So the orange areas you see on this map actually indicate dry air. So, and the white are obviously clouds. So you can see we've got some clouds across the area this morning, not real thick, but they're there. I do want to point out this area of orange, though, that's out across central Illinois. That will be moving through parts of our area as we head throughout our day today, which is why we will start out with some clouds in the sky. Then we will transition to all sunny, and then we will have some clouds back behind that as this low pressure system spins through. Part of the reason why we didn't see any moisture associated with this system, because remember, not every low pressure or cold front system that comes through is going to be associated with precipitation. Look at all this dry air to our south. That dry air was blocking the influx of precipitation from the Gulf. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's turn on the METARs and let's take a look at some of the temperatures across the region. We've got mid to upper 50s across portions of Indiana, but you can see this reinforcing shot of cool air where you've got temperatures back in the mid 40s. And on the back side of this, you have 30s. And yes, that's snow in Montana. So for me, fingers crossed, I would like snow here, but perhaps I need to wait just a little bit longer. For today, though, in our area, there's going to be no snow. So, good news to 99% of you that are watching this. We're going to have 55 degrees this morning. Again, a few clouds in the area, and then we will transition to mostly clear skies. So, sunny conditions this afternoon, high temperatures in the mid 60s, and then we introduce a few more clouds throughout later this afternoon and evening. One thing I do want to point out are the windy conditions. So we're going to see sustained winds from 6 to 12 miles per hour out of the west, and we will see isolated gusts really kind of ramping up around noon up to about 25 miles per hour. I don't know how many of you were awake or awakened by wind gusts in the middle of the night, but this previous night around, I think it was around 2 a.m., I know I woke up because we were having some 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts at my house. So we saw some of that wind come through, and we're going to see it pick up again this afternoon. That wind is going to continue over the next 48 hours, where we're going to see those conditions exist tomorrow, but sunny, but we cool off. So as this low pressure kind of spins through, it's going to bring in, again, that reinforcing shot of cooler air. And with that, we're going to see a patchy frost Thursday morning before we get into a a pretty good frost on Friday morning with a low Thursday night into Friday morning of 32 degrees. We're watching that to make sure we don't come close to entering freeze territory there. And then since we're still awaiting our first, and then we enter some rain showers possible later in the day on Friday. And then the rain chances starting Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But you can absolutely tell that we have switched into a different season. Finally, right? It was 85 and sunny and dry for like 3 months in a row. So let's look at a deep dive. This is today. So if I go ahead and put this on here, you can see, well, actually, I wrote it in the wrong spot. This is today. This is Tuesday. And you can see where we've got these clouds really across the area. If we put this into motion, this is the high res model. You can see those are lower level clouds, and then they will exit the area. We'll see that dry air move in later this afternoon. And then we have a few more clouds this afternoon that swing through. If we take a look at the temperatures, Again, we put this into motion for today. You can see we warm up into the mid 60s. As you get down towards Evansville and Western Kentucky, you might see up near 70 degrees before we once again cool off. Let me back off and go to a 6C time, and we can go out 48 hours on this. And you can see this is even Tuesday's temperatures again in the mid to lower 60s before we start to cool off, and we can see some more of this cold air coming in. Otherwise, that looks to be the story for today. Nice and calm conditions other than some wind, so be aware of that. Hope you have a great day. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for a further update on what exactly your weekend will look like rain-wise.